Hi, I'm Annabel Ruffell with Journey for Earth, and I'm here today with Tommy Rosen, a Los Angeles-based yoga teacher with over 20 years of experience helping people recover from addictions of every kind. He teaches and speaks regularly at yoga conferences and festivals, and runs yoga retreats and workshops internationally. He has a DVD series and book out later this year. Hi Tommy, thank you for being here.
I'm so glad to be here. Thank you.
Great. So you say that yoga and meditation are the pathway to fulfillment. How exactly do yoga and meditation help people recover from addiction or any of the four aggravations, as you call them: resentment, self-doubt, procrastination, and negative thinking, which can stand in the way of our happiness?
Well, I wouldn't say that yoga and meditation are the pathway to fulfillment, but they certainly are a pathway to fulfillment. With regards to addiction and the healing of addiction, we're talking about a core problem that people who struggle with these issues have, which is a sense of lack. So there's this real feeling of something's missing. Yoga, it just so happens, sort of takes you from disconnection into connection, or it takes you from darkness into light, or it takes you from dis-ease into ease. Meditation, of course, the ability to sit still, the ability to listen, to truly listen, to develop the capacity for intuition, to develop the capacity for self-care, to move through your life with some form of elegance and grace, even in the midst of a hurricane around you, of all the madness out there. So yoga and meditation will help a person, they're tools to help a person navigate life more effectively.
And what would you say to someone who's really struggling with addiction right now, who feels like giving up, that they're never going to be able to get through this? What are some of the little steps they can take to start off with?
The big problem for those people is they imagine in that moment, I'm always going to be feeling and thinking like this, which of course is not true. But when you're in the darkness, it's hard to imagine that it's going to shift. So you look out around you and you see people who are struggling, and you identify with them. Or you look out in the world and you see people who are doing well, and you're like, oh, well, I'm not like them. And you just sit in this sort of soup of hopelessness. The key ingredient, one key ingredient to recovery, is a support group. To find a teacher, another human being, and then hopefully a group of human beings that can help you, that have perhaps walked a similar path, that have come through that and have the experience of going through. And they now know, I don't think like I used to think. I don't feel like I used to feel. I've had a transformation. You have to be around people who've had such a transformation in order for you to believe that it's possible. And that in and of itself will give you hope and lift you up out of that hopeless condition of addiction.
And what have been some of your greatest successes and challenges over the years?
My greatest successes and challenges? Well, my greatest, certainly the core success is recovery, being on the path of recovery and having stayed here so long. One day at a time. And also working on constantly correcting other addictions that you can get into. Because sure, drugs and alcohol go away. You've got food, you've got sex, you've got money, and all the things that human beings get caught up in there. You've got gambling, and those are just the biggest addictions that we all sort of see and hear about. But you mentioned the four aggravations. You've got negative thinking, self-doubt, procrastination, and resentment. And those are addictions as well.
Just as debilitating.
Oh, they suck the life energy right out of you. Mm-hmm. I mean, you can exhaust yourself around those things. So.
And tell us a little about the upcoming Tadasana Festival, Yoga and Music Festival, that you are co-founder of.
It's so exciting. It's a large-scale, world-class yoga festival, the first large-scale yoga festival in LA. Well, there's this extraordinary sort of bed of teachers here, right? We thought it would be fascinating, bring them all together, and then bring some teachers from out of town, who in their own right are extraordinary teachers. Bring it all together here, and create a destination yoga event for the world to come to each year, and mix in with that the world music, the global world music culture. Yeah, so you'll be in yoga class, in these beautiful tents with hundreds of people around you practicing this amazing yoga of very diverse disciplines. And at that same time, you'll be treated to a live hour, 2-hour concert.
Sounds very uplifting.
Yeah, it's going to be amazing. It's going to be amazing. We put the whole thing over Earth Day weekend and the significance of what that brings. And uniting people around an awareness of the earth, of themselves, of their yoga.
And I'd like to ask you, what are some of the global causes that you are most passionate about?
You know, anything having to do with helping people who struggle with addictions to find recovery, true recovery, education, the suffering of children, clean water around the world. I mean, there's so many issues to get behind. You know, as an individual, you think, oh God, it's like, am I really making a difference? But of course you are. Mm-hmm. And it's the collection, it's the aggregation of all these beautiful efforts that make for a world transformed.
And what are 3 things you're most grateful for?
3 things I'm most grateful for. The first thing that comes to my mind really is my wife.
Oh, that's beautiful.
I'm most grateful for my wife. I mean, she's such an incredible inspiration and a guide really to me in so many ways, and obviously my recovery. And I feel like I have been gifted with a recovery. I don't feel like it belongs to me. I feel like it was given to me, and I'm grateful for it, and I'm thankful for it every second of every day. Another thing I'm grateful for is just the opportunity to eat organic food, to eat well, to be surrounded by an exceptional community of people, all of whom are working hard and really do think about how they can improve themselves and the world.
Who or what is your greatest inspiration?
Who or what is my greatest inspiration? Well, you know, just to put it plainly, you know, God is my greatest inspiration, what that means to me. I'm really beginning to understand that there is this connectedness to everything and everybody, past, present, future, human beings, animals, inanimate objects, everything here is in some way, shape, or form connected, and I bow down to that. Yeah. I'm grateful for Millie too. This is Millie.
It's Millie. Well, thank you so much, Tommy, for being here today and sharing. For those of you who'd like to know more about Tommy and his amazing work, please go to tommyrosen.com.